Our Jeremy Fowler released a piece in which he polled NFL executives and he asked them to make a variety of bold predictions about various quarterbacks and where they may wind up. So we go from the rookies we don't know anything about them to these guys. We know everything about them. And look at these predictions. They're predicting Tom Brady as a Raider, Lamar Jackson as a Falcon, Derek Carr as a Texan, Aaron Rodgers as a Colt. I'll pretend I didn't see that one. And let me circle back. D. Wood, I'm looking. Look at D. Wood. Just look at D. Wood. Look. Are you staring at the Lamar one? What are you staring at?
Yeah, I'm zeroed in on that. Lamar. It's like, I can't even imagine a world with Lamar Jackson out of Baltimore and going to the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
Like, how many times have we talked about Lamar is the system when it comes to Baltimore? And would you be would the Baltimore Ravens be willing to deal away the system to another team? Like, it's just crazy.
To be fair, they were asking for bold predictions. So it's not that they're saying it's likely, but I do think it's possible. And I think it's possible because it's not about Lamar and the Ravens. It's about continuing the precedent that was set by Deshaun Watson. So I think it's ridiculous for them to blow up their team because they don't want to pay Lamar $1 more than the last guy. But I think that it's not as ridiculous if the entire league is behind Steve Bisciotti, like, you better not do that again. You better not, because if you capitulate, then every other quarterback from this point forward is going to be like, they did it for Lamar. They did it for Deshaun Watson. You better do it for me. And they should.
As they should.
So what do you think? I mean, do you look? I see an easy way why this happens. To the point you just made,
is like that's what makes
he wants what he wants. They're not going to give him what he wants, and in the end, he's not going to play on the franchise tag. So I believe there's a really good chance he winds up somewhere else.
No, I just think that do I see something? Could I see something like that happening? Absolutely, because of what you just said. I'm just saying, like, Lamar Jackson in Baltimore is just...
It's jarring. It's jarring to see it.
It's like peanut butter and jelly. They just go together.
It's jarring to see the idea of him going somewhere else, but I think it's very real.
Well, we just saw Russell Wilson go to the Denver Broncos. We saw Tom Brady go to the Bucs. Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility, especially now that we're talking about Aaron Rodgers potentially, who knows, whatever he wants to do, going somewhere else. The shame of it is that in my mind, every quarterback should be doing what Lamar is doing, because the system will never change until all these guys, we got Joe Burrow, we got Justin Herbert, like all these guys coming up, they deserve to get this kind of money. Right. And if you were in that position, you would say 230 is my start, is my offer. You know, that's what I'm going for.
If there's any position that can do it, it is the quarterbacks, because they're closer to ownership than they are the other 52 guys in the locker room. And the thing I'll say about Lamar in Atlanta, something about that just feels right.
Something about this black quarterback.
Something about that feels right. And the other part about this is this. We can't discount how Lamar feels about how Eric DeCosta has handled this. Eric DeCosta negotiated like he Nino Brown from New Jack City, saying it's not personal, it's just business, B. But Lamar Jackson clearly is taking this very personal if you look at it on his social media tweets. And so when you look at it from that perspective, it just feels like even if Baltimore comes to the table with the money that Lamar is looking for, he might have already made his decision about wanting to get out of Baltimore.
Because it's always business.
I have to leave this here. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.